Hello friends, it's Marcy. Here we are at day 4 of 100 Days, 100 Ways to Study Your Scriptures. Now it's Saturday, tomorrow's church, so I thought this would be a nice opportunity to talk about studying the Scriptures as you study for your Sunday school lessons every other week. And we're to study every week, study as a family, study as an individual. So I'm going to talk about my individual studies today. So at the beginning of the year, we all got these brand new Come Follow Me manuals, and I was super excited about it. So I took my manual and I went to Staples and I got this acetate cover to keep it all in ship shape. And they took off the binding and put on this coil binding so that I could turn the pages and flip it around and I wouldn't lose pages. And I got my name put on it and I was so excited, and I was gonna just journal in it and write in it and make it my own. And if you look at my journal, you will see it is pristine. I have not written in it at all. I love the pictures. I don't want to wreck anything. This week we're talking about the Good Shepherd. I mean, this picture is just so gorgeous. I don't want to wreck it, I guess. I don't know. So I have, instead of using the manual, I love using the Lds Library App. I read the lesson on there. I can read the scriptures. I can listen to the scriptures on tape if I want to. I just find it a really easy way to do it. But of course, never fear, I also journal the things I've learned. So this is my journal. Super cute. I got it at Michael's at the beginning of the year. It's like a Bible journal. It's made for scripture study. And so I really think it's adorable. And it's every week it's got some pages for you to study in. So I kind of have faltered at the beginning of the year. I didn't know how to study it. I kind of just put some pictures in. I was really at a loss at first. But in the last few weeks, I've really found something that works for me. And I'd love to hear what works for you if you want to leave that in the comments. But what I do is I take the week I'm studying, and this is what it looks like in the book. So here's a prayer list, which I've just covered up with sticky notes, who I'm praying for this week. And I just have a billion stickers, so I put little stickers on if I need to. But what I do is I take the topics as they come up in the manual. So like I said, I don't use the manual. I actually use the Lds Library App. But I'll just show you in the manual here. Let's see if I can flip to it. Give me a moment. Here we go. Okay. So here's some ideas for personal study. John chapter 7, verses 14 to 17. So I put that up here. And then here's what they write about it. So I wrote myself a question and then I answer it. So that took me one column. Then the next one I did was John chapter 8, verse 2 to 11. I kind of have a question here for myself. I had a few questions. And then that one took me a couple of columns. And here's the next one, the next one, the next one, and the next one. So that's what I'm doing there. This is what I do on Monday. This is my one day of studying. And if there's anything in it that I particularly love, then I'll go back and study it more over the next few days. If I feel like I'm done and I just want to sit with it and study in my Book of Mormon and other things the next few days of the week, that's what I do. So that's what I personally do. Like, for example, here's a week where I was asked to teach Sunday school. So you better believe I just did a lot more studying when I had to teach. So I did the same kind of thing up at the top. I took notes, but I decided I was going to teach mostly about Mark chapter 4, verses 35 to 41, where Jesus, Master, the tempest is raging, and Jesus calms the seas, peace be still. So I looked into that. I looked into the hymn, Master, the tempest is raging. I took Mark chapter 4, verse 35 to 41. I took it apart verse by verse because I wanted to study it more. I drew a picture of what was happening in the verses. I blew up the verses and really got into each individual verse. And I found an excellent talk that went with it, accepting the Lord's will and timing. So this week, this is all I studied. And some weeks I just study the Sunday school lesson for the one day. So I hope that that was a little bit helpful for you on how to study your Sunday school lesson. And I'm wondering how you do it. Do you do a little bit every day? Do you do it all at 1 week? And then hopefully we'll talk a little more about it, because I do have 96 days left. So another day we can talk about how to study it with your families, with teenagers, with young children, as couples. So there you go. I hope you have a great time studying your scriptures today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.